My name is Jennifer Curley. I'm with the Mayor's Office of Economic Development. Today I'm going to be presenting the Westchase program proposal. So to give you some background about the program, in 2004, the Board of Directors of the Westchase Management District began the process of creating the long-range plan for the Westchase area to guide reinvestment and redevelopment in the area. A consultant team was hired, and the plan was developed after 2 years of input from area business owners, property owners, tenants, residents, and Houston quality of life organizations. The vision involved changes to the public environment that developers would leverage to accelerate investment and economic values in the Westchase district. The framework of the plan included creating a connected system of open spaces, making streets more attractive and convenient, improving transit and shared parking, breaking up super blocks into small grids, developing a canal network, and branding the district. City Council approved the creation of the Westchase 380 program on October 16, 2013. The program includes projects selected from the long-range plan and prioritized in a capital improvement plan to be constructed over a term of no more than 30 years in 3 10-year segments. City Council approved the first 10-year segment when the program was approved. Projects in the second and third 10-year segments may not be pursued without City Council approval. And just so you're aware, those particular projects that are in the long-range plan do align with the mayor's priorities, flood mitigation, and flood mitigation. This slide reflects the investments by category and source of funds, showing that 70% of the investment was put into street reconstruction and parks. Additionally, 45% of the funding for the projects came from other sources like federal grants, Houston Public Works, Houston Parks Department, Precinct 4, and Westchase Management District fundraising activities. Not listed in the source revenues in the slide is that local property owners dedicated more than 100 easements valued at $5.7 million to support the projects. Next slide, please. So this slide reflects all of the projects pursued in the first 10 years of the program. The table with the light green header, those are the projects that have been completed. The blue area, or the second set of projects, are the projects that are currently underway. So to give you an example, on Walnut Bend reconstruction, 22.5 was spent. Approximately 8.6 million was funded by the 380 program. 12 million or 13 million was funded, were other funds from another source, federal grants and Houston Public Works. Next slide, please. So this particular slide kind of gives council an example of what Walnut Bend looked like in 2007 before the construction was done. And then if you look at the second slide, that is what the project, that's the completed, that's a representative of the completed project. So improvements were done along a 1.8 mile segment of Walnut Bend Lane from Westheimer to West Park Drive. It included roadway reconstruction, back of curb, gutter, sidewalks, landscaping, ADA ramps, pedestrian lighting, and traffic signal improvements. It also included replacement of water and stormwater infrastructure. This particular picture is at the corner of Walnut Bend and Westheimer Road. Next slide, please. So this particular project is Camden Park. It's currently it just became Camden Park, or renamed from Willcrest Park. This particular project will cost $20.1 million. It's a collaboration between the City of Houston and the Westchase Management District. It's a 3.4-acre park. It's expected to be completed in 2024. It will feature a restaurant, performance stage, a flexible lawn, botanical gardens, children's play area, dog park, food truck area, outdoor learning spaces, and exercise stations. These are just an example of a few of the projects that the management district has completed or is in the process of completing as part of the first 10 years of the 380 agreement. Next slide, please. This slide reflects the projects to be pursued in the next 10 years, with more than 50% of the investment going towards streets and drainage. At the very bottom of the chart, it shows the funding sources, and so 59% of the funds will come from 380 program funds, 29% will come from federal grants, Precinct 4, and fundraising done by the management district. 12% will come from, is planned to come from Houston Public Works. Next slide, please. So in this last slide, it kind of gives you an example of the current conditions for Richmond Avenue. This is a project that will be in the second 10 years. It will cost approximately $42.5 million. It'll be a complete street rebuild. It'll be 1.4 miles of Richmond Avenue west of Beltway 8 to Woodland Park Drive. The improvements will include more lanes, new underground utilities, curb and gutter, wider sidewalks, landscaping, lighting, and upgraded transit stops and street furniture. Okay, that concludes my presentation. Does anyone have any questions?
Thank you for that presentation. I mean, just listening to that, I'm just thinking, just a little bit of envy on this management district here. When I ride by in Westchase in the holiday season, and I always take pictures and I send to my management districts in District K and go, look at what they have. Councilmember Thomas is in the queue.
Thank you. I don't have any questions. Definitely some comments. Thank you, Ms. Jennifer, for presenting this item. And Vice Mayor is absolutely correct. The Westchase Management District has done a yeoman's job with this 380 agreement. And what it really demonstrates is when we have these type of partnerships, how we can improve drastically our neighborhoods. Willcrest Park is going to be transformational, similarly to what the A-Leaf Neighborhood Center is. One of the first authorizations of council district service funds was for one of the projects in the agreement, $75,000. And my team and I did a site visit last year to look at the progress, and it's changed the area. So these are the types of things that as Vice Mayor says, we have to inspect what we expect, and what we have inspected over the years and the projects that are reported is that they're meeting and exceeding our expectations, and they are helping us keep the West Side the best side.
We're coming for y'all, though. No, definitely going to share this presentation with our two management districts in District K to look at what our big sister Westchase is doing in the city of Houston. No, congratulations. This is great. This is good for Houston, and we should all look to emulate and make our spaces better, more beautiful. I will tell you, the landscaping in Westchase alone is, I'm riding down the feeder and I'm just like, no, what? You know, and I think I should just text her and say, just so. No. No, it's great. I absolutely love it, and we want to make sure that we are emulating that type of excellence around the entire city, and it's programs like this that allow us to operate in that type of excellence for our constituents, for Houstonians. People want to live in a beautiful space, and that management district has definitely transformed that area into a beautiful space.